In today's consumer driven society, our spending habits can say a lot about our values, priorities, and attitudes towards money. While being financially conscious and mindful of our expenditures is commendable, it is still essential to distinguish between being frugal and being cheap. So today I'll take you to, are you frugal or just plain cheap? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our video updates. Plus, it helps us spread the Thrive Wise love to help more people thrive wisely. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The difference between frugality and cheapness. Before exploring the traits of a cheap person, it is crucial to establish the distinction between frugality and cheapness. Frugality is a mindful approach to spending, seeking to maximize value and minimize waste without compromising on quality or satisfaction. Frugal individuals make informed choices and are resourceful, making the most out of their money. On the other hand, cheapness involves an obsession with saving money, often at the expense of quality and experience. Cheap people tend to prioritize immediate savings over long-term value, and may even compromise their well-being to save a few bucks. Number 2. Compromising on quality for short-term savings. A key trait of cheap individuals is their willingness to compromise on quality to save money. They prioritize immediate savings over the long-term benefits of investing in higher quality products or experiences. For instance, some may purchase expired or subpar items just because they come at a lower cost. This mindset can lead to negative consequences for their health, well-being, and overall satisfaction in the long run. Number 3. Avoiding nice places and experiences. One characteristic of cheap individuals is their reluctance to venture into nice places or try new experiences. They shy away from fancy restaurants, art galleries, or any venues that involve spending more than the bare minimum. Cheap people prefer the familiar, often suggesting inexpensive alternatives for social outings to save money. While it's essential to budget wisely, completely avoiding enjoyable experiences simply due to their cost can lead to a monotonous and unfulfilling life. Number 4. Obsession with counting money. Cheap people tend to obsessively count their money, constantly worrying about their financial situation. This behavior may stem from a fear of not having enough or an unwillingness to part with their savings. Instead of focusing on increasing their income or investing wisely, cheap individuals find comfort in knowing exactly how much they have at all times. This habit hinders their potential for financial growth and prosperity. Number 5. Constantly making excuses about cash shortages. Cheap individuals always seem to have an excuse ready when it comes to not having enough cash on hand. They conveniently forget their wallets or claim to have exhausted their entire salary, making it seem like they're perpetually broke. However, upon closer examination, these excuses often turn out to be far from the truth. Cheap people tend to adopt a mindset of scarcity, where they are unwilling to part with their money, even for necessary expenses. While they may not like spending money, they paradoxically find themselves in situations where they seem to be spending more than they claim to have. This inconsistency in their behavior indicates that their cheapness is not merely a matter of financial prudence, but rather a deeply ingrained mindset that affects their spending habits. Number 6. Reusing tea bags. While practicing frugality can be a wise approach to managing finances, there are certain habits that can be considered downright cheap. One such habit is the practice of reusing tea bags excessively. Now, reusing a tea bag once or twice may not raise any eyebrows, as it is an attempt to get the most out of a single purchase. However, when this habit becomes a regular practice, or even worse, when tea bags are stockpiled for future use, it starts to border on cheapness. Tea bags are widely regarded as affordable alternatives to more expensive coffee options. They offer a quick and convenient way to enjoy a hot beverage without breaking the bank. However, when one starts reusing tea bags to an extreme, it not only compromises the flavor and quality of the tea, but also reflects an unwillingness to spend a little extra on oneself. It's crucial to understand that indulging in a fresh cup of tea is a small pleasure that can brighten one's day, and denying oneself of such simple joys due to extreme thriftiness may indicate a cheap mentality. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really helps us spread the Thrive Wise love, so we can help more people thrive wisely. And going back, number 7, intentionally skipping meals. While some individuals may face financial constraints that make affording a decent meal a challenge, others deliberately choose to skip meals in the name of saving money. This goes beyond being frugal and ventures into the realm of being excessively cheap. Cheap people have an aversion to spending money, even on basic necessities like food. Instead of nourishing themselves adequately, they opt to eat less to save a few dollars. It's important to recognize that proper nutrition is essential for overall health and well-being. While being financially conscious is commendable, compromising one's health by intentionally skipping meals to pinch pennies is not a suitable or healthy practice. Cheap individuals may come up with various excuses for their dietary choices, but it's crucial to prioritize nourishing the body adequately even on a budget. Number 8. Depriving themselves of hobbies. The sad reality of cheapness lies in how it stifles an individual's pursuit of happiness and personal growth through their hobbies. Cheap people are so fixated on saving money that they deny themselves the joy and fulfillment that comes from engaging in activities they love. Take a simple pleasure of cycling, for instance, which not only promotes physical well-being, but also offers a sense of freedom and adventure. For a cheap person, even the thought of buying or renting a bicycle becomes a burden they would rather avoid. Similarly, cooking can be a therapeutic and creative outlet, allowing individuals to experiment with flavors and nourish themselves and others. However, cheap people tend to shy away from this passion, opting for the most basic and economical meals, foregoing the potential joy and sense of accomplishment that could come from culinary exploration. Ultimately, cheapness robs individuals of the experiences that make life meaningful and fulfilling. By prioritizing frugality over enjoyment, they miss out on the opportunities to explore their interests and develop new skills, leading to a limited and unfulfilled existence. Number 9. Constantly dwelling on costs. While it's wise to be financially conscious, cheap people take this to an extreme, turning every shopping experience into a relentless examination of costs. Whether it's a small purchase or a significant investment, their focus remains fixated on the price, overshadowing all other considerations. This obsession with costs often creates discomfort for those around them, as every decision becomes an arduous process. Shopping trips with cheap individuals can turn into tense affairs, with constant price comparisons, hesitations, and reluctance to make purchases. The pleasure of shopping and discovering new items is marred by their incessant need to save even the slightest amount of money. Moreover, cheap people's obsession with costs may extend to social situations, where they become overly concerned with the division of bills and expenses. They may go to great lengths to split bills down to the last penny, even when it's unnecessary or causes discomfort for others involved. This fixation on costs can strain relationships, as friends and family may feel uncomfortable or even judged by their cheap companions' constant scrutiny of expenses. It's essential to strike a balance between financial prudence and enjoying life's experiences, without compromising on meaningful connections with others. Number 10. The pitfall of spending mistakes. For cheap individuals, navigating spending decisions can be filled with mistakes and regrets. Their obsession for compromising on quality and prioritizing cost-saving measures often leads to purchases that fall short of expectations. Whether it's opting for cheaper, inferior products or services, they frequently find themselves dissatisfied or complaining about their choices. Cheap people's obsession with saving money may blind them to the long-term consequences of their spending decisions. Rather than investing in high quality items that offer value and longevity, they settle for cheap alternatives that may not stand the test of time. As a result, they find themselves constantly replacing or repairing these flawed purchases, ultimately spending more in the long run. Unfortunately, their cheapness prevents them from recognizing the need to invest in quality products, leading them to remain stuck in a cycle of spending mistakes and missed opportunities for genuine satisfaction. And finally, we have number 11, always pushing the bill. Distinguishing between genuine financial hardship and cheapness is crucial when it comes to sharing expenses. While someone facing economic difficulties may occasionally require support, cheap people consistently avoid contributing their fair share, passing the financial burden onto others. Whether it's a casual outing with friends or a shared household expense, cheap individuals find ways to shift the responsibility of payment to those around them. They may be the first to suggest splitting bills down to the last cent, making others uncomfortable with their relentless pursuit of saving money at any cost. Even if they earn more than their companions, cheap people are often unwilling to treat others or reciprocate gestures. Their lack of generosity and consideration for others' financial situation can strain relationships and create a sense of resentment among friends, as well as loved ones. So in essence, being cheap is not about struggling to make ends meet. It's a mindset that revolves around avoiding spending at all costs, regardless of one's financial standing. Learning to strike a balance between financial prudence and compassion for others is essential for fostering meaningful connections and a healthier approach to managing expenses. Well, that's basically, are you frugal or just plain cheap? And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And hey, it seems that YouTube thinks that the next video can completely transform your financial situation. Watch it to find out whether they're correct. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button to see more videos on how to thrive wisely. Till next time.